Hi everyone, and to all of the Gold Key, Silver Key, and Honorable Mention Award winners in the 2021 Scholastic Art and Writing Awards, congratulations. My name is Chris Wisniewski, and I'm the Executive Director of the Alliance for Young Artists and Writers, which is the nonprofit organization that presents the Scholastic Art and Writing Awards. Today's winners are joining an extraordinary and diverse group of past award recipients, people like Andy Warhol, Kay Walkingstick, Stephen King, and Shabalala Self. Today, you become a part of a nearly century-long tradition, but you're doing so in a year unlike any other. Despite the unprecedented challenges that 2020 has brought, each and every one of you has looked within yourselves and found the courage to express yourself through your art and writing, and that's what you're being recognized for today. That's no small feat, and so once again, I say congratulations. I also want to thank all of the educators, administrators, parents, grandparents, family members who have encouraged you along the way. The Scholastic Art and Writing Awards are a vast national undertaking, and they're only possible because of the exceptional effort of our affiliate partners all over the country who run regional programs, our dedicated staff in New York City, the leadership of our board of directors, and the many supporters who make our work possible. To all of you, I express my sincerest gratitude. Today is a day to celebrate this year's winners, but the tradition of the Scholastic Awards continues. So to all of you who are in 7th to 11th grade, who will still be eligible for the awards next year, I encourage you to apply to the 2022 Scholastic Art and Writing Awards next fall. Thanks so much, and one last time, congratulations.
Hello, my name is Salvador Salor Pons, and I am the director of the Detroit Institute of Arts. I am delighted once again to be able to celebrate the creative expression of students in Southeast Michigan. Society, we have experienced so many challenges during the past year, from the impact of the global pandemic in our communities, to social justice protests in the streets, to insurrection at the Capitol. During these times, it has been easy to feel a sense of grief, isolation, and even discouragement. However, it is through art, whether written, visual, or performance, that we build connections among cultures and individuals, an important part of how we create a more just and understanding world. I'm encouraged by the stories you tell, the compassion you show, and the attention you give to subjects that reflect our passions and the world around you. Impactful and meaningful art, enduring art, reflects the big question and issues of their creators' time. Artists have the privilege and the burden of sharing the deepest parts of themselves and revealing our collective souls. This is why it is so important for us to take time to honor each of you, not only for your talents, but also for your willingness to share your artistic vision, a window into the thoughts, questions, and experiences of your generation. Thank you for allowing us to be part of your celebration tonight. And I invite each of you and your families to return to the museum many, many more times, as well as to check out our virtual offerings to discover new inspirations and ideas as you continue to grow as artists. Remember, general admission is free if you live in Wayne, Oakland, or Monroe counties. Thank you very much, and stay well.
Welcome everyone. My name is Don Tusky and I'm president for the College of Creative Studies. I want to congratulate all the winners here, the wonderful student artists who have created some wonderful work. I want to thank the art teachers for all your great support and mentoring. I want to thank the parents and the grandparents and all the families for supporting your young artists. It's so exciting to have these winners, and I look forward to seeing you on our campus visiting someday and seeing all our great facilities and talking with our students and faculty about art and design and what you can do with art and design career. There's never been a better time to go into art and design. The world needs a lot more creativity, and you can be a part of that.
Good evening. My name is Amy Armand. I'm the Executive Director of the Southeastern Michigan region of the Scholastic Art and Writing Awards and Director of Recruitment at the College for Creative Studies. CCS is the regional affiliate sponsor of this competition for 7th through 12th grade students in Lenawee, Livingston, Monroe, Oakland, Washtenaw, and Wayne counties. The Scholastic Art and Writing Awards were founded in 1923 as a contest to encourage and reward creativity in the classroom. I would bet that this is a year unlike any other in its 98-year history. Due to the pandemic, we had an earlier deadline, an online registration and payment process. Our teams of judges assessed student work through Zoom, and as you can see, our ceremony and exhibit are entirely virtual. One thing has not changed, though, and that is our celebration of you, our artists. You are why we are here today, why this exhibit is extraordinary. It is because you are extraordinary. Think about it. You created something in this world that did not exist before in a time unlike any other that we've ever lived through. To even be considered, your work had to meet the 3 criteria that have held true throughout the history of the Scholastic Awards: originality, technical skill, and personal voice or vision. But to rise to the top, it had to exceed those measures and do something almost magical. It had to connect with the judges. It may have been a complicated piece that took you hours or days or even weeks to perfect, a photograph or drawing that moved them in some way, or told a story in a short animation or video in a manner in which they had never seen before and that they related to in some emotional or thoughtful way. That's what good art does. It causes a response. It makes us curious, it makes us laugh, or it tugs at our hearts. It may make us angry or even outraged, or it simply causes us to pause and admire and appreciate something beautiful or well-crafted. On behalf of everyone involved in this program, I'd like to thank you for sharing your talent, your energy, and your spirit with us. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to appreciate all of this amazing artwork. You make the world a more interesting, vibrant, and colorful place. Tonight, we also celebrate and thank our dedicated middle and high school teachers, public, private, parochial, homeschool, and after-school program educators who work tirelessly to support, inspire, encourage, and even push to achieve the kind of work they know their students are capable of, to the level that their work has earned a Scholastic Award. They spend countless hours of their own time assisting and supporting students, and their dedication knows no bounds. We will recognize 2 teachers as inspiring educators for 2021. You'll meet them later in the program. Of the 3,251 individual and 148 portfolios entered in this region, there were 241 gold keys, 335 silver keys, and 468 honorable mentions awarded. That means that of all the work that was entered, only about a third are allowed to be selected for an award, according to the percentages allowed by the national office. 5 American Vision nominees were selected. Each student will receive a $100 cash award, and 1 will be selected nationally as an American Vision medal to represent the region. 5 gold key portfolios were selected as best of show, and these students will each receive a $200 cash award. You'll see their work and hear from them later in the program also. I really wish we could have honored you in person. I will so miss being on stage with so many well-dressed, excited, and nervous creative young people. But sit back, grab some snacks, and appreciate being surrounded by your biggest supporters. We're all really proud of you, your teachers most of all. Enjoy the show. Mario Moore is literally a product of the Detroit Institute of Arts. From the time his parents met there, and throughout his life, he grew up surrounded by art, artists, and activists. His mother is artist Sabrina Nelson, and Helen Moore, his grandmother, is one of Detroit's longtime champions for education in the city. He spent many hours with his mom, who is also an educator at the DIA, and at CCS, where she graduated and has worked in the admissions office for more than 25 years. Mario attended Cass Tech and then followed in his mother's footsteps and graduated from CCS with a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Illustration. He went on to earn a Master of Fine Arts in Painting from the Yale School of Art, and in 2018 was awarded the prestigious Princeton Hodder Fellowship at Princeton University.
You know, me growing up there and just, you know, being a part of my upbringing, there's a lot of stuff that a lot of kids probably didn't see or wouldn't see being from somewhere else. So, you know, that plays into my work a lot. Definitely.
Absolutely. And, you know, speaking of upbringing, let's talk about Yale. Do you think it had a lot of influence? You know, being there, did it help you move forward?
I think one of the main things you gain from Yale is your peers, the people that you're there with, the studio. You get to experience other people's process and their thinking. You help to develop each other. So it was a really great experience.
Let's go in and take some look at your work though, man. Let's go take a look at the studio.
Definitely.
All right. After the memorial, we headed over to Harlem School of the Arts. It was the last day of Mario's exhibition, Refracted Light.
Choosing the copper was to talk about W.E.B. Du Bois' idea of double consciousness, right? So the reason that I'm choosing this reflective surface is that anybody, white people, you know, any race will come up, and when they look at the piece, their skin color will automatically be tinted, right? So it gives them a different perception of themselves.
That's right.
But it's also veiled, like you can't really see a clear reflection, but you see some aspect of yourself. Right, but it's changed, it's different. So that's why I chose the copper.
Like she looks like this right now.
Oh, she looks like this right now. That's her.
Angels. Black doesn't crack on copper.
Right, exactly.
Black doesn't crack on copper.
Yes, I like that.
Over the years, Mario has observed that the halls of elite institutions like universities and art museums prominently feature portraits of donors, deans, presidents, board members, and scholars, and that the subjects of those portraits are mostly white and male. When he was selected as a Princeton Fellow, he set out to meet Black men and women who work in and around Princeton University in blue-collar jobs, everyday heroes who also deserve to be recognized. From their collaborative interactions, his portraits paid tribute to them and put them in a position of power. Work of several lifetimes has received international attention and will be available as a book later this year. Mario's journey has taken him from Detroit to Harlem to prestigious universities and exhibitions around the country. His work is in several public and private collections. He has been interviewed on Detroit Today on WDET, featured on CNN, CBS This Morning, and the New York Times. His work about his own journey back to health after undergoing brain surgery was featured in Afro-Punk magazine and PBS NewsHour.
What's up, guys, and welcome to the 8th season of Detroit Performs. This season, we're going to hit you up with an array of different artists, including clay sculptors, graffiti jewelry makers, classically trained musicians, Vogue dancers, and so much more. But tonight, we are here at the David Klein Gallery, kicking things off with a Silver Point artist and muralist who asked the question in his latest exhibition, is it possible for us to truly rest? Here is Mario Moore.
I'm interested in like creating a stage that the audience can kind of come into. Art to me has always been involved in my life. I grew up around the DIA. I used to go visit the museum when I was a kid. I would walk through the galleries. But as far as like inspiration, that came from my mom, Sabrina Nelson, because, you know, I would see her do these large paintings. Just the idea to look at a canvas that's blank or a piece of paper and her just like make something was always interesting to me. The way that I begin my work is usually through sketches and ideas. It's usually that I have a thought and I have a process and I sketch out or I think about that thought and I say, what is the best way to portray this thought or to talk about this idea? So that can go to sculpture, that can go to drawing, that can go to video, that can go to painting. But the majority of the time, I'm interested in like a massive narrative. We're in the David Klein Gallery and the show is called Recovery. And the show is about considering how Black men rest and relax and take time for themselves. What happened was I was working on a body of work where I was thinking about myself personally and how I move my body through the world and how the world considers me as a Black man. And then I had brain surgery. I had brain surgery and literally I was forced to rest. So that made me think about things historically, like how did historic Black men that we know and the world knows, like a Martin Luther King or a Malcolm X or a W.E.B. Du Bois. And when we look up their names, they're always speaking really loud. They're on the podium. They're always active. Like in times of turmoil, like what we're dealing with today, as far as everything politically and social economically, how do I rest? Because we're kind of in a similar state. And in some ways, in some senses, as far as education and other things like that, it's worse. It's gone backwards instead of forwards. So, but I'm at the same time, we're human. So these men took vacations. They took time with their family. They took naps. So I started to think about that, and the work presents a question because I don't have the answer. So how do Black men rest? How do they relax? And what does that look like? It has to do with just the history of America, in that Black men and Black people, just in general, we're in the process of constantly having to stay ahead, right? To catch up economically. Since we got to the country, or the Americas, we were slaves. It was things that the country were built on the labor that we put in. So that is passed down. As far as trying to catch up, you have to work extremely hard. So the idea of resting and relaxing is not a part of the process when you're always thinking about, what do I need to do next?
Mario is set to have a solo exhibition at the Charles H. Wright Museum later this year, and you can see one of his paintings yourself the next time you visit the DIA. Look for Queen Mother Helen Moore, which was featured in the exhibition Art of Rebellion, Black Art of the Civil Rights Movement. It is now part of their permanent collection. Ladies and gentlemen, Mario Moore.
Hello and congratulations to award winners of Scholastics. Thank you, Amy, and thank you to the Scholastics Awards for inviting me to speak. Before I begin to talk about your potential future, I want to tell you a little bit about my past. I remember when I received my Scholastics local and then national award when I was in high school. Honestly, I didn't care what place I obtained, whether it was gold, silver, or honorable mention. I just remember being excited. I really was excited. Scholastics gave me the first opportunity to travel to New York. There was so much talent on the local and national scale. So know that you are among those who are also the best at their schools. This is one of the first times I could really see what other kids my age were learning and creating. It was definitely humbling. Traveling to New York for the national awards gave me a window into a new world and provided me with a dream of living there. I remember riding the train randomly, getting lost on purpose, and seeing as much as I could. I earned this opportunity through Scholastics. Down the road, I eventually moved and lived in New York. So now what you all have achieved is also a window for you. It is a window of possibilities. Whether you have gold, silver, or honorable mention, you deserve to be proud, especially under the circumstances we face as a nation. So major congrats, but you must consider what's next. Art is a path that can take you many places, especially in a digital global world. It can take you overseas. It can take you to different states. So don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Art has brought me to places I could have never imagined. Places like Carnegie Hall, which was through Scholastics, Italy, Germany, Yale University, Princeton University, and even on international news. But that is not everyone's path. Your path will be your own. Your work can also be the beginning of becoming the next greatest car designer, starting your own animation studio, or even being able to see your own work hanging in the Detroit Institute of Arts. So I will leave you with this as you ponder what's next. Look around you. Look at the man-made items you see. That table, chair, pen, computer, building, or book was drawn first by the hand of an artist before it came into the physical world. Art is all around you. So congratulations again to you all, and thank you.
CCS is not only a longtime supporter, but a true believer in the students who participate in this outstanding program. Over the years, some of the most successful students at the college have won regional and national Scholastic Art Awards while in middle and high school. CCS will award a Gold Key Scholarship in the amount of $2,000 or $500 per year to seniors who have received one or more Gold Keys for a portfolio or individual work this year and who are admitted to the college for the fall of 21. In addition, seniors who are admitted to the college and win a national award will receive an additional $4,000 or $1,000 per year for each national silver medal and $8,000 or $2,000 per year for each national gold or American Vision medal. These awards are in addition to any merit-based scholarships offered. Your art accomplishments are impressive and should be rewarded. Also, congratulations go out to 5 students who have been selected to receive a $300 CCS Continuing Education Class Scholarship. They are Natalie Hand from Mercy High School, Sean Haste from Oakland Christian School, Dominic Porter from University Prep Art and Design High School, Natalie Radabaugh from Adams High School, and Ravi Ravel from Grosse Pointe South High School. Tonight we honor 2 teachers who are being recognized as inspiring educators. What makes this award special is that nominations are submitted by their students. This award is about the teacher who goes above and beyond the classroom. It's about the teacher who really listens, even when a student needs more than just advice about their artwork. It's about the teacher who can push a student to achieve something even they didn't think possible, build on their self-confidence, and offer guidance when things don't quite come out like they planned. And while these are all qualities of excellent art teachers, these 2 educators really stood out this year as exemplary role models in the Southeast Michigan region. Let's hear what students have to say in their own words about their inspiring teachers. First, we'll hear about Erin Harbar from Novi High School, whose students write, "I would like to nominate Erin Harbar because of the impact she has had on my life. She has encouraged me time and time again to continue with my art. She's the reason I decided to pursue a career in art education. She's always pushed me to do my best. She takes time to help me in and out of school, be a shoulder to lean on, even when it's a home problem and not an art class question. She pushed me to expand my art skills and taught me it's okay to make mistakes. She taught me art can be my therapy. Mrs. Harbar helped me and so many kids stick with projects and helped us grow far beyond anything I thought possible." Now let's hear what her students have to say about Sarah Kitchen from Detroit Country Day Middle School. "Whether it be as a teacher, mentor, or just someone to talk to, Mrs. Kitchen has always been there for me and all her students. Even when I felt like I cannot do something, she doesn't let me give up. She would stay by my side until I got it right. She pushes me out of my comfort zone to show me what I can really do if I just open my eyes a little wider every day. She's always patient and understanding and never fails to help her students. She always encourages people to try new things and has inspired me to take up so many new mediums that I never would have considered otherwise. To me, she's not only my art teacher, but also someone that I can trust and someone that I can go to if I need anything, even if I just need someone to talk to. She's inspired me not only as an artist, but as a person. She's one of the kindest people I have ever met." Ladies and gentlemen, a few words from your inspiring educators for the Southeast Michigan region of the Scholastic Art Awards for 2021, Erin Harbar and Sarah Kitchen.
Hi, my name is Erin Harbar. My first experience with the Scholastic Art and Writing Awards was in the mid-90s when I was in high school. I never won a big award, but I knew the Scholastic Art and Writing Awards were a big deal. From an honorable mention to a gold key, students, you are a big deal. Congratulations. For the past 19 years, I have had the privilege of teaching at Novi High School. I work with the best team of art teachers, Melissa Edmonds, Laura Schnurstein, and Alex Erskine. I feel fortunate to get to go to work and see wonderful students like you learn and grow through creating art. I get the unique job of seeing your ideas, emotions, and dreams expressed in drawings, painting, clay, metal, photos, digital imagery, and so much more. The message I share with my students is, you are unique and special. Have confidence in your gifts and talents and passions. Grow and explore these things with enthusiasm and hard work. Don't compare yourself to others. Again, you are unique and special. You are enough. What you have to say is important. Don't be afraid to show your point of view, but do your homework. Explore and research your work in your ideas and your concepts. Practice your passion, whether it is art, music, math, science. Greatness doesn't happen overnight. Successful people know how to work hard. Successful people know how to fail and learn from those failures. Remember, you are human. But because you're a Scholastic art winner, something tells me your passion might be art. So keep making art. It can be a lifelong journey. Some of you will make art as a career. Others will keep it as a hobby. No matter what path you take in life, remember, you can always create your art. There is no one way to make art. Don't be afraid to try a new technique or medium. Experiment with your art. Be fearless and unafraid to start over. But most of all, be willing to succeed. I wanted to end by saying thank you to Amy and Christine and the Southwest Michigan Scholastic Board, and to my beautiful students who nominated me for this award. I am so touched, honored, and humbled. Thank you for allowing me to be part of the ceremony this evening. Enjoy.
Hi, my name is Sarah Kitchen, and I'm an art teacher at Detroit Country Day Middle School. I've been a teacher for 18 years and at Country Day for 13. I'm honored to have been selected as one of the inspiring educators from Scholastic Art and Writing Awards. In receiving this award, I'm thankful to so many who have gone above and beyond, mentored me, and who continue to challenge me to be a better teacher year after year. I love working at a school that values the arts so deeply and allows for the freedom to continuously modify and mold the art curriculum. I work alongside some of the most amazing people who are dedicated and hardworking, no matter their position within our school. Inspiration comes from so many places, and my students inspire me with their ideas and creativity, which makes this student-nominated award even more meaningful. It's truly an honor to receive this award, and I'm touched to have been recognized by my students. Thank you.
In my portfolio, I investigated two major ideas: the future and exploration. Who knows what technology and science will look like in 10 years, 50 years, or even 100 years from now? The idea of the unknown can be applied to space exploration in addition to any other field of science on Earth. The various forms illustrated in my portfolio demonstrate different manifestations that technology could take as time progresses. The future is unknown in this world, similar to our own.
Hello, I'm Jillian Donahue, and my portfolio, Memory Fades But the Sun Keeps It Alive, is a visual project which shares photographic narratives of my relationship with myself and the environment. Each work features photographs that were transferred using solar printing and matte medium transfer methods onto different fabrics and different materials. One of my pieces displays a few lines from a personal poem that I had written. The color of each piece was achieved through a natural dyeing process with materials ranging from wild pokeberries to coffee to turmeric powder. I also relied heavily on the sun during my creative process, especially when solar printing, to achieve well-saturated prints, which I found that to be a pretty important aspect of my portfolio and wanted to incorporate that into the title. Overall, I wanted my portfolio to convey that storytelling isn't subjective solely to speech, but can also be portrayed in a visual manner.
Hi, my name is Henry Earls, and my Best in Show portfolio winner was the Family Studies at the Farm, which is essentially 6 different gouache small paintings that attempt to capture the essence of each of my family members. Both my mother and father are educators, which allows me to spend a lot of time with them in the summer. So normally in the summertime, we'll travel up north to a small secluded cabin in northern Michigan. And, the cabin is next to a farm and field, and 60-70% of our day is spent picking vegetables. We'll pick tomatoes and asparagus, and I get a lot of enjoyment during the day from painting my family members as they're ending their work. So towards the end of the day, as the sun is setting, I will rush to grab my gouache sketchbook and rush to grab my painting supplies, and I will try to capture the essence of them in kind of a short time frame. Specifically what I'm interested in is capturing the ethos of my kind of agricultural environment through the imagery of my family members. So I'm trying to capture this kind of organic vibe that reflects my surroundings through the imagery of my family members. Thank you so much.
I'm Priscilla Pham, and I'm a senior at Lake Orion High School, and my portfolio is about the consequences of fast fashion on workers overseas and on our environment. So for my research, I was researching how much water is wasted to produce clothing, and how fashion workers, how they have awful working conditions and they get paid very low wages. And so into my actual pieces, I thought it'd be cool to incorporate thread and fabrics. So for this piece, this is about water waste, and I sewed pink thread into the actual watercolor paper to show how the fast fashion industry is taking water from our natural resources.
Hello, my name is Dominic Vandris, and I am the artist that created the portfolio, The Union of Natural and Synthetic Structures. Originally, when designing the idea behind these works of art, I wanted to base it solely on intricacy and patterns of geometric shapes. As I continued to investigate and research, I became aware that although I could present great craftsmanship, I would still be missing a meaningful aspect. In regard to this understanding, I began to experiment with different schemes that I could incorporate into my work. Similar to art, I have always had a strong interest in the purpose and beauty of nature. I realized that I could create limitless, individualized, and geometric depictions of any structure I could find in nature. In this way, I would unify my style of jewelry with my passion for interpreting and understanding nature. The beginning of my portfolio starts with geometric designs I mentioned earlier. My experiment with nature was with my leaf pendant, but while creating this piece, I overlooked including my geometric style. My final two pieces display how I begin to bring meaning and fine craftsmanship into my artwork. I am grateful for my ability to create jewelry and hope that you all enjoyed my portfolio.
Last year, our region received 51 national medals. Let's take a look and see who they were. National American Vision's Medal and National Gold Medal. Jason Stewart, Notre Dame Prep, teacher Sandy Llewellyn. Henry Cantor, Detroit Country Day High School, teacher Jiro Masuda. Amelia Cumming, Notre Dame Prep, teacher Sandy Llewellyn. Amelia Cumming, Notre Dame Prep, teacher Sandy Llewellyn. Luke Farwell, Atelier Art Studio, teacher Todd Burrows. Kira Fultz, Grosse Pointe South High School, teacher Mickey Buxar Cecil. Kira Fultz, Grosse Pointe South High School, teacher Mickey Buxar Cecil. William Jones, Shrine Catholic High School, teacher Jamie Stewart Laidlaw. Victoria Karpach, Bloomfield Hills High School, teacher Matthew Beauchamp. Chloe Kirillik, Detroit Country Day High School, teacher Brett Salomon. Umayal Kogalan, Huron High School, teacher Kristen Kubacki. Grace Liu, Art Corner Studio, teacher Julie Lee. Emily Penrose, Lake Orion High School, teacher Melissa Wilson. Amy Shen, International Academy East, teacher Gabby Naus. Sarah Steverson, University Prep Art and Design High School, teacher Mara Magurosi-Leitner. Lydia Tan, Troy High School, teacher Judith Chuma. Sonia Taylor, Renaissance High School, teacher Odette Duke. Lily Yang, Troy High School, teacher Judith Tuma. Anne Zhang, Atelier Art Studio, teacher Todd Burrows. National Silver Medal for Art Portfolio with Distinction. Emma McKella, Lake Orion High School, teacher Melissa Wilson. Madison Fan, Cranbrook Kingswood, teacher Lynn Bennett Carpenter. Angela Rhea, Mercy High School, teacher Susan Smith. Aaron Schwartz, Bloomfield Hills High School, teachers Peg Pasternak and Barb Brownson. National Silver Medals. Kayla Austin, Cranbrook Kingswood High School, teacher Gary Kulak. Jace Baldwin, University Prep Art and Design High School, teacher Mara Magurosi-Leitner. Claire Brisley, Notre Dame Prep, teacher Sandy Llewellyn. Sumin Cho, Novi Middle School, teacher Nina Cho. Matthew Cripsey, Stony Creek High School, teacher Andrea Lazar. Amelia Cumming, Notre Dame Prep, teacher Sandy Llewellyn. Amelia Cumming, Notre Dame Prep, teacher Sandy Llewellyn. Amelia Cumming, Notre Dame Prep, teacher Sandy Llewellyn. David Gago, Stony Creek High School, teacher Andrea Lazar. Madeline Hetherington, Mercy High School, teacher Susan Smith. Mihar Jabbar, Cranbrook Kingswood, teacher Lynn Bennett Carpenter. Victoria Karpach, Bloomfield Hills High School, teacher Matthew Beauchamp. Jinshu Liu, Troy High School, teacher Judith Tuma. Tenmai Nimagata, Detroit Country Day High School, teacher Jiro Masuda. Selma Osaimi, Novi High School, teacher Melissa Edmonds. Allison Pizzania, Academy of the Sacred Heart, teacher Linda Anderson. Emily Penrose, Lake Orion High School, teacher Melissa Wilson. Dominic Porter, University Prep, Art and Design High School, teacher Mantrell Goodrum. Grace Snook, Adams High School, teacher Amy Lamone. Lydia Tan, Troy High School, teacher Judith Tuma. Lydia Tan, Troy High School, teacher Judith Tuma. Charlotte Wagner, Lake Orion High School, teacher Sam Remy. Alexander Wan, Novi High School, teacher Melissa Edmonds. Tiffany Zhu, Troy High School, teachers Judith Tuma and Linda Whitehead. Sabrina Yu, International Academy Central, teacher Ashley Morawa. Darren Zhang, Long Long Art Studio, teacher Long Long Zhu. Nicole Zhang, Art Corner Studio, teacher Julie Lee. Congratulations to our 2020 National Award winners. On March 17th, students and teachers can log back into their accounts to see if their work has received a national medal for this year. I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge the volunteers, sponsors, patrons, and organizers without whom this program would not be possible. Thank you to Blick Art Supplies, a national sponsor who donates gift certificates each year to be given to 6 randomly selected art teachers. Congratulations to this year's recipients: Stephanie Coburn, Taylor Childs, Odette Duke, Deborah Fitzgerald, Stacy Feeney, and Gabby Nouse. Thank you to our experienced and thoughtful judges. They are artists, filmmakers, photographers, painters, jewelry designers, and metalsmiths, illustrators, sculptors, college professors, and retired art educators. They volunteered many hours to review the work and select the awards, and our volunteer moderators who kept things moving. Thank you to our local businesses that have sponsored gift certificates, class scholarships, and other prizes. This year, due to the alarming effects on small businesses from the pandemic, we chose not to ask them for donations, but please do continue to support them however you can. Thank you to the College for Creative Studies and the Detroit Institute of Arts. Thank you to the Southeastern Michigan Advisory Board and the CCS events team, Christine Morgenstein, Sue Enright, and Hannah Clark, and the DIA team who assisted us in putting together this ceremony. And once again, thank you, students, for sharing your creations. Thank you, educators, for your consistent knowledge and guidance. And thank you to parents, family, and friends for supporting and encouraging these young artists. Enjoy the exhibit.